Hello, Aaron.
Brett, so nice to see you. I was just thinking about the first time we met. We dined at Aquavit
We
when
did.
Marcus Samuelson was still there. We had a wonderful time. We were with Melanie at the time.
We were with Melanie, your publicist at the time, and you were a young little puppy dog. You were
That's
the
right.
that was your first executive chef gig at
Yeah.
Tristan Restaurant in Charleston,
Yeah, great memory. Great memory. You know, that was like 2006, I think?
something like that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I think the last time I saw you, we were having coffee in Starbucks. Back when,
Yeah, that's right.
because back then you could just go into a restaurant and sit down if you wanted and have coffee.
I know. It seems like such a long time ago.
It does. We've been in this for a while, and you've been you're like the manager at River and Rail now in Roanoke, Virginia, right?
That's correct. So I'm one of the partners in the restaurant, and I'm basically an operator. You know, we have in the last 2 years, we've hired, executive chef, and we've got, front of the house managers and stuff like that as well.
And are you in the restaurant now?
I am. Right now, I am. Sure. I've been spending a lot of time here lately.
I hear some pots and pans or something, which would be appropriate because it's a
Yeah,
restaurant.
we're still open in this, new model of takeout, curbside delivery, and stuff like that as well.
But a River and Rail is a fine dining restaurant, right? So how have you adjusted? A lot, I guess.
Well, we are. I mean, we're full service, fine dining restaurant. That's always been our concept. And so, as soon as we kind of caught wind about some of the things happening, and we decided to make a call to completely pivot everything that we offered. And in addition to simplifying the menu, decreasing the size of it, also the ingredients, specialty ingredients as well. We started doing a family meal program where we were basically producing, take and heat meals for up to 6 people, and coinciding with the regular a la carte menu that people could order daily. We did this program too. And so it's allowed us to continue to generate enough revenue to cover all of our expenses as well as, our labor costs.
So have you been able to keep all your staff, or did you have to furlough some people?
We've got about 75% of them, and the ones that we don't have, they volunteered because we just didn't have the space, especially mostly servers and bartenders, because really without, a guest in the dining room, it really limits our need for, servers and the like.
Right. So tell me about these new family meals that you've set up.
So, I mean, Brett, if you could imagine it coming out of a restaurant space, I mean, that's what we've done. Right now we have, on a daily basis, there's an a la carte menu that you can order off of, and you can get single, hot items, anything from sandwiches to more, entree style things. We've got the family meal program that goes on as well, which is basically, as I said, it's a protein, 2 vegetables, and a starch that people can choose from a list. And we package that up and send them home with it. And so it's a good portion size. So even if it was only 2 people, they'd have enough leftovers. In addition to that, the state of Virginia just allowed us to start selling cocktail kits with alcohol. So we've got a mix now of like Manhattans, mojitos, margaritas, all of these things going out the door. There's retail beer and wine that we're selling. We're doing a pantry program where we're butchering meats here in house. We're like serving, we're smoking pork chops and selling those, as well as ribeyes and chicken breasts and all sorts of different things for folks. And then we started to do collaborations with other businesses here in town, like a local coffee roaster and coffee shop who has been shuttered. We're now pairing with them during brunch. So they're selling their coffee as well as, we're selling our brunch menu items too. So, I mean, it's a goat rodeo of things. I mean, it's just incredible to think about all of the things that we're doing. And, not one aspect of that, or one element of this really will support the business, but it seems like all of them coming together is really working out for us.
So tell me a little bit more about that brunch collaboration. Do you just pick up their coffee and sell it along with brunch, or how does that work?
Yeah, so everything's done on a order ahead of time basis. People call in. So what we've done is we've got one of the owners of the coffee roaster, coffee shop. He has all of the cups, to-go cups, all of the serving, pieces and things like that. He comes in to the restaurant, and then he's serving to-go coffee that people have called in and ordered to them. And so he's selling cold brew in a bottle. He's doing hot coffee by the cup. and to-go cups. We've taken some of this coffee, we're using it on menu items, and we're also making a brunch cocktail with the coffee as well.
So with these cocktails, are they already pre-mixed cocktails, or do you sell the customers the mixer and then the alcohol, and then they mix them with
It depends. So like, there's some punches that we've made and it's all mixed together. In addition to that, really if it's anything that has citrus in it, we separate that out because that'll kind of, it take away from the quality of the drink over time, a long time period. And it also encourages people to try it at home. So like, for instance, we're doing a Southside cocktail, and it's a gin drink that's made with lime juice. So we put the limes on the side, and we encourage our guests, if they have the equipment, to shake it and serve it. Otherwise, they can just mix it together.
I got you. So you're giving them the opportunity to be
right
a little bit.
That's right. So they get the opportunity to shake their own cocktail.
Yeah, because they might have time to kill. It's possible.
That's right. Nobody's in a hurry.
Right. And these family meals, are they completely different menu items from what you've had before, or are they reinterpretations of what you're already doing, or what?
I think a reinterpretation is probably the best term for it. And, it's like, for instance, we would do fun things like fried chicken Mondays. Well, now the fried chicken is one of these family meal options. So people end up getting, 4 thighs, 4 legs, 4 wings, and all of that is already fried. And so it's kind of fun because everybody likes cold fried chicken anyway. And so they can eat it. It's all fully cooked. And so, they can heat it and eat it whenever they're ready. So it's been interesting to see. I mean, we did an Easter dinner, and we, had a completely separate menu, definitely more catering style. And we ended up selling like 60 of these meals for 4 people. And all of a sudden, I looked around, I'm like, we're a catering company now. And not to mention, we didn't have the space. So we had all these bags and all the stuff lined up in the dining room on all the tables. I mean, it was chaos,
Yeah, but chefs like that. Don't you guys? You like, to kind of figure it out as you go?
Yeah, I mean, there's an element of that, Brett. But, I mean, this is a bit of a stretch. I mean, I didn't have this game plan in my my quill, if you will. So we've just been kind of taking it week to week and, finding ways that we can continue just being top of mind. So whether it's Easter dinners or Mother's Day dinners or, brunch collaborations, I mean, it seems like anything and everything is working for us.
And you said you're also selling uncooked proteins for customers if they want that.
Selling again, I'm sorry.
Uncooked proteins.
Oh yeah, we sure are. So we have like a program where we've got, we're basically butchering whole ribeye loins and strip loins in-house, as well as smoking whole pork chop loins or pork loins, and then cutting them into chops and portions and selling them, in packages of 2. And that's something we've paired with local farmers. They're doing their CSA drops here, so we have people coming to pick up the produce from the farmers as well. I mean, it's just, we had a guy from one of our meat packing companies here in Virginia come and set up a CSA program in the parking lot yesterday. I mean, it's just all sorts of things are happening.
Wow. So eventually, one hopes this will end and we'll be able to open restaurants again. But are there things that you've learned during this experience that you'll hold on to going forward, or maybe you'll keep selling groceries and uncooked smoked chops and stuff?
No, it's funny because there has been a market for this stuff that we found. Obviously from people being interested in what we're offering. I have learned that I'm not a caterer, and I have no desire to be one. This is and hats off to all the caterers out there, like the Lee brothers and all these guys. It is not easy work to do. So I've definitely discovered that. But you bring up a great point. One of the things we're trying to figure out, and I was just reading about today, was how we then transition back into a full service restaurant. And knowing that there's going to be limits on people be congregating in one space, and like our model is built on doing a certain amount of volume on a nightly basis in order to maintain that, not to mention maintain us being open, but also maintaining a staff of some variety. So if we're not doing those numbers, then we're not going to be able to hire back as many people. We won't be generating as much revenue, and it'll be even more difficult, I feel like, to reopen. And I think it'll be a hybrid. I mean, we'll start letting people in, but we'll continue selling these items, in addition to that, because coupled with the fact that I think there's going to be regulations in place that don't allow us to open fully. In addition to that, I don't know what people's comfort level is. I don't know, what to expect there. So I think we'll continue doing the to-go model and trying to, kind of just slowly wean ourselves back into, being a full service operation again.
Were these things that you were experimenting with before the pandemic started? I mean, a lot of full service restaurants were starting to do delivery. Had you been messing around with that at all, or not really?
Not really. I mean, we weren't a to-go restaurant. Most of our stuff didn't translate well to a box, and so that was never something we had really thought about. Interestingly enough, next door we were working on a new concept, which is sort of a grocery slash prepared meal grab and go business, and so it's allowed us to really try out a couple different things that we're going to be doing at that business when the time comes for us to open. It's still in construction, but we've now seen that we have a market for it. So, that's going to be it's kind of ironic how that ended up, but happening. But, as far as us being, we did everything on the fly, and we've just been really fluid and really flexible in regards to transitioning and pivoting as we see fit, because if something works, great. If it doesn't, then we'll move on and try something else.
Great. And how are you doing otherwise, Aaron? You're staying healthy?
I think so. I think like everyone, I'm probably having that extra glass of wine a night nowadays. But it's funny because I talk to a lot of folks, and obviously a lot of our clientele, they're under quarantine, or they're working from home, and they're there with their kids. And a lot of folks are like, gosh, we're just trying to stay busy, and I'm still here, just like most of all the restaurateurs that are still open, trying to find time to relax and rest, because we've been full tilt. And I think my anxiety is still there enough that it keeps us, I think very aware of the environment that we're in. But we've started to see a little bit of a ground here. I feel like in regards to business and what to expect, and so we're going to start to build back up from there. But I'm doing okay. Thanks for asking.
I'm glad. Yeah, I'm still working from home.
Yeah.
I know what day it is every day.
Yeah.
It's not hard.
So you understand? Yeah.
Yes, I still have a job. I'm busy, but I don't have a commute anymore, so that's nice.
Yeah, that is nice. So I'm glad you're able to continue working, and you look healthy. You look great as always.
Well, thank you. So do you. And it's been a pleasure catching up with you. Congratulations on managing to work through all of this, and I hope you have continued success.
Thank you so much. I really can't thank you enough for your support, and it's great to catch up. And let me know if I can ever do anything for you, okay?
I will definitely do that. Thanks a lot.